Burned to smithereens, I say! Well, I'll be dipped in piss.
Yeah, I know I look like a cop. Don't worry about it. Asylum. You really have to commend the level of consistency it takes to shit out mockbusters at this level. Fuck, man, I remember the first time I ever experienced an Asylum movie. It was back in 2005 when War of the Worlds was in theaters. That's almost like, what, 2 decades ago? Almost at this point. Me being the stupid kid that I was, I wandered into a Blockbuster and I found H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds. And I was like, oh damn, a new War of the Worlds movie. Now I knew I was not one of those people that was like suckered into thinking, this is Spielberg's War of the Worlds. No. I knew the difference. But I also thought, a new War of the Worlds movie. That's awesome. Let's rent it. And then I took it home. And that was my first experience with being slapped across the face by the schlong of a mockbuster. Suffice it to say, I did not have a good time. So again, here we are, almost 2 decades later, with their newest shit biscuit, Ape vs. Monster. A not so subtle nod to Godzilla vs. Kong. It's about as subtle as being slapped in the face. And yet here I am reviewing Ape vs. Monster before I even touched Godzilla vs. Kong, so clearly my priorities are in check. Before we even get into the movie though, I want to ask, why? Asylum's whole thing back in the day was to release these movies at around the same time as a big blockbuster and then release them straight to like video stores so that stupid kids, such as, you know, me or like grandmas, went into a blockbuster and see, you know, fucking Transmorphers on the shelf and you think to yourself, oh hell yeah, Transformers is out! And then they rent it and then Asylum gets their money. But video stores aren't around anymore. So like why? Nobody with the brains to look this movie up on digital is gonna be tricked into thinking that this is Godzilla vs. Kong. So why? I mean, I guess there's Walmart, and I mean, people that shop at Walmart aren't exactly like all there. I can say that I'm a Walmart shopper, alright? Alright. Anyway, let's just get this over with. And why didn't they embrace the meme and call it Monkey vs. Giant Lizard? Missed opportunity. Why didn't you do it?
So, the entire premise behind this movie is that a shuttle housing a chimp that went missing in the 80s as part of a joint US-Russian space mission returns to Earth, but full of green alien goo that turns the monkey into a giant.
A pleasure as always, Dr. Murphy, but what may I ask is so important you call an emergency meeting at this hour? More unidentified flying objects?
Oh, we got Eric Roberts. If you were playing shit movie bingo, you can check that one off the list. So, a team goes out to the desert to recover the shuttle, only to be attacked by the giant ape, dubbed Abraham. And this dude was clearly off in a different plane of existence, because thinking about, I don't know, anime titties or something, because you have to be extra dumb not to notice a massive fucking ape stomping towards you, you know, killing your entire team like less than a foot away from you, and this dude's just like, oh, what? Then this shit happens. And no joke, I had to rewatch this scene like 3 times because I just couldn't figure out what happened. What did she trip on? There's no way she tripped. There's no way she sucks that much at life. I honestly thought maybe she got shot with a tranquilizer because it shows one being used in the next frame, but she didn't. I don't know, I don't get it. So the Russians collect the ape, but forget to clean up all the green alien Slimer spooge, and I always thought it was Gila Monster, but apparently it's Gila Monster, walks up to it like, this shit bussin', and then we just have our titular monster. Now, you'd think Asylum would have been content just taking the exact same story as Godzilla vs. Kong, rehashing it, and bam, there you go. But no, they decided they needed to rip off not only Godzilla vs. Kong, but Rampage as well. And if I'm being completely honest, calling this movie Ape vs. keyword being versus Monster is a bit disingenuous because the only fight scene between these two is in the last 10 minutes of the movie, and it only lasts about 2 minutes total. You know all those stupid, boring as all fuck talking scenes that kaiju movies always throw in there to hold a plot together in between the cool monster stuff? I swear to God, the people that made this were like, hear me out. What if we made a kaiju movie, right? But only had those talky bits that everyone hates? What a brilliant fucking idea. 10 out of 10. Blockbuster hit material. Now, instead of monster kaiju action, we get stupid-ass boring subplots about daddy issues, Russian-US military conflict, a bunch of science jargon bullshit that makes no sense whatsoever, aliens that just kind of show up because they can. It's somehow so painfully convoluted, yet as boring as staring at a fucking wall, which actually sounds more enjoyable. To Asylum's credit, the CGI on the monster is probably the best I've ever seen them do. But I guess it's really easy to hone your skills on the monster CGI when the goddamn thing is only in the movie for a combined total of like 5 minutes. The ape, on the other hand, looks like a bruised nutsack. It's hideous. I think I preferred the trashy suit from Konga TNT over whatever this thing is, I'm being perfectly honest with you. And the movie itself is just like edited weird, and yeah, I get it. Asylum movies have about as much budget as a wet fart, but for God's sake. For example, the first time we ever see the giant lizard, the damn thing literally throws a train like it's nothing, and our characters are just like...
That bridge was our only way forward. We'll have to proceed on foot.
You're joking, right? I didn't prepare for hiking.
Really? You all just saw a giant lizard yeet a train full of people and you're not even the tiniest bit surprised? Not to mention this is actually the first time they ever see the thing. And for some reason, and it only seems to happen during these conference scenes, it sounds like they filmed some scenes but forgot to turn on the actual boom mics they were using because it randomly cuts from sounding, decent to sounding like the camera's built-in mic quality, and it's really jarring.
Nonsense. It's a monkey.
With the ability to comprehend complex thoughts.
What about that lizard?
Underground, no chip.
You have big problem in America.
Lizards can swim, First Secretary.
Oh, and if you thought riding Godzilla vs. Kong's coattails into the sunset wasn't already bad enough...
Gentlemen.
Yeah, I didn't add that, by the way. Like everyone else online, your first thought seeing the poster or trailer for Ape vs. Monster is to meme on it. The trailers make it look like it's going to be a stupid yet enjoyable monster movie that people can clown on, But in reality, it's just a boring-ass melodramatic snore fest with so little monsters in it that I swear the trailer contained every single shot of the monsters already. Fuck, dude, I'd take Atlantic Rim or even the Mega Shark movies over this. Sure, the CGI in those is about on par with Reptilian from 2001, but at least something happens in those. Avoid this hemorrhoid. I watched it, so you don't have to. There you go. There's my review of Ape vs. Monster, which really should have been called Monkey vs. Giant Lizard, but whatever. They just didn't embrace the meme. So if you like that video, consider subscribing. Check out the playlist at the end of the video for every review I've ever done. If you're into this kind of thing, you're going to find more reviews on there that you're probably going to enjoy. And I will see you guys in the next video.